And that is what's coming up at 9:30 this evening. That happens every Thursday, our economics show, Economics Unbound. To find out more about the focus tonight, which will be on quantitative easing, we are joined by anchor Thandeka Gqubule-Mbeki to talk more about it. So, quantitative easing, something we hear about all the time, but I think not many of us really grasp what it is.
At least we didn't call it qualitative easing. I know that joke is old because in the ANC statement they mistakenly called it qualitative easing. But no, we're unpacking quantitative easing, and I am extremely excited that away from the madding crowd, we shall look at it as a monetary policy instrument and not a factional instrument in the ruling party. And we have to do that with us one of the greatest minds on monetary policy in the world. Her name is Ann Pettifor. Many people may know her from the 2000 debt jubilee campaign to get debt written off, and she's an expert on sovereign debt. She'll be joining us at 9:30, and we'll have some local experts who also joined in during the fracas and the storm in the teacup.
Will you at all be focusing on what we've seen, the recent debate that's sparked by the mandate on SAB, as you speak about the factions within the alliance, about whether or not there is a need for quantitative easing, and especially within the mandate of the SAB?
Now, let me tell you this, that we tend to think that this is a local South African debate. But 74 British economists from Oxford, London School of Economics, and many places in England, including in Europe, have written to the incoming governor of the Reserve Bank through an open letter in the British Guardian, saying exactly that the mandate of the BOE must change and that the BOE must serve society as a whole and not just particular industries as they believe it has. And they've written a letter that has sparked a debate much like ours. And we have in the program coming up the words and the wisdom of Ben Bernanke, who led the U.S. Central Bank, the U.S. Fed, and he talks about the outcry that happened in the U.S. when quantitative easing was introduced and discussed.
And when you talk about its efficacy and why it's important for the man on the street to know what quantitative easing is and how it impacts on their lives?
Yes, because it's important because it will determine how much money is in circulation, sloshing around in our economy, and it will determine how much his buck in the pocket is worth.
And hopefully you put some of that in mind. Thank you very much. Thandeka Gqubule-Mbeki. Watch Economics Unbound later on at 9:30 this evening.